Okay, so hello, I'm Maria Benitez. I'm team leader for Access Certification Identity Analytics in Operations. So today, as I believe that it's not the first time that you're listening that, since we were all through that, I'm going to talk about agile leadership. So, how I understand why we are talking about agile leadership today is because we want to ensure that we are delivering to our customers, to our users, we are delivering great, outstanding results. In order to do that, and because of the current situation, we are really always working on changes. We are working in global environments. We are really working on speed. We really need to change the way that we work and to ensure that we are an agile organization. So, what agile means to me? Means to have a different organizational setup than what we have today. Not going to the hierarchic way, but going really to a network and autonomous teams working with a purpose in a specific topic and operating with rapid learning curves and co-creative value with all the stakeholders. As well, means to have a performance model different based on innovation and knowing control, and to ensure that we are producing value creation based on stakeholders co-creation, working together with them.
Stakeholder what?
Co-creation.
Co-creation.
Co-creation. So, in one hand, we have the organizational setup that we have to change and to work on it, as well have a culture mindset that we need to change. This is quite important because we are all used to work.
Could have given a pause before. This is quite important. So you have a culture mindset. Pause.
Okay.
This is quite important because.
Yes. This is.
So give me the circle headline. Pause. Then the explanation.
Okay. So, as well, we have a culture mindset. This is quite important. Why? We are all used to starting from different levels. We are all used to work in a way, and now we need to develop different mindset to work differently and to develop some skills. What I think is that we all need to work and to ensure that we create an environment where we work as our own company and that we create a mindset that we love what we do and we want to work because yes. So, as well, we want to be creative, we want to be innovative, we want to be open-minded, to look for different angles, to experiment, to bring new ideas. That's what we want.
Pause.
Yes.
Because you just gave me a big list.
Yes.
Then, because it was quite active, pause. Now the next thing.
As well, we want to ensure that we have no control, that we empower decision making, etc. That's the kind of culture that we want to create. Also important is to have a proper business model based on value creation, which means based on analytical reports, to have data, to analyze, to ensure that we have use effective models and methods like Agile, but also Lean, Black Belt, Lean Six Sigma, to ensure that we work with design thinking, earning value, different methodologies, and that we create a business model based on feedback and coaching. Also, important methodology. We need to implement it, but we need some tools. We need methodology. We need to facilitate how we are going to do all these changes. So based on that, we follow the Agile methodology, the Scrum Master, all the Scrums that we can imagine, and ensuring that at the end of the day we have self-autonomous teams, that they are working independently, that they are working on small chunks, making the bigger picture and making it small, that they are delivering, that they are getting feedback from the customers, and ensuring that they are doing that continuously to increasing the scope. That's what it means.
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
Yes.
Give me a big one for the next thing.
As well, last, this is quite important because we need to ensure that we are communicating and we are working on the change. That means that we communicate all over the organization in the different levels, and we ensure that we do it in an open and transparent way, that we have continuous interaction and delivery, and that we leverage and scale the different things to next level through community practice, frameworks, and through different, I don't recall it right now, different meetings and students that we get the expertise inside. Sorry. So that's about my vision. But now, what about still? This is about the whole agility, the whole model. But now, what means?
What means?
What means?
What does something?
What does it mean? The agile leadership capabilities to ensure that will be critical for success in the future.
What do we mean by?
Yeah. What do we mean by agile leadership capabilities? Capabilities, which will be critical success in the future. That means, for me, two main topics. One, to thinking as a leader, what do I need to change? What kind of mindset do I need to have? What kind of management style I need to bring to my team, to the organization? And then, what kind of environment we need to create and facilitate to ensure that we get our purpose. So, in the first one, what about myself? I need to be a leader that is working on change behaviors. I need to build the mindset in the organization. I need to ensure that we find the right balance, right? And that we empower people. We accept the risk, and we don't have the details anymore. They will be the ones having this. We reduce control instruments.
You could restart with each one a little bit more punchy.
Oh, yes? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more punchy.
We reduce control instruments. Thinking how we are going to measure in a different way.
Yes, so you reduce control instruments, pause, then you give the information.
Yes. And we assure that we manage our job as our own company concept. You know, that we wake up in the morning, that
There's an
we do
N missing
everything
in
that we
managing.
can.
Can you see?
Eh?
There's an N missing in managing.
You see? Okay. I even don't know if I'm going to mention and put away. I will reduce.
And
I'm going to use
empower
less.
needs
Yes.
a W.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Empower.
I will check him later.
You've got a spell checker in the program, no? Carry on.
Yes, I have it. I didn't have time yet. I didn't go through that. As well, as a leader, we need to be flexible, adaptable, and to make faster decision making. Adapt to any situation.
You didn't give me a new relaunch on the second one.
Yes. We have to adapt to any new situation, whatever it is. And we need to be agile
No,
on decision
let's give me a pause, not an let's go.
Okay.
So, let's give me a sentence, a full stop, and a new paragraph for each
Yes.
one. Start this again.
We want to be leaders that are flexible and adaptable and fast on decision making.
Okay.
We want to adapt to any situation that it happens. We want to be agile and decision making and actions. We want to be leaders who can look at the big picture, to connecting the dot, breaking down into a small chunk, and ensure that is executed and simplified with more productive view and flexibility. Okay, that's about all the points. Then, saying on that, well, I have to be focused. If I want to improve, I want to ensure that I do the best and I adapt to the new mindset. before to come here, I would like to explain where I come from, because I don't have a typical IT profile. I come from procurement. I have been working in almost 15 years in procurement, 10 years in procurement, and now, since 6 years ago, I moved to IT. So I was coming, and it really has been the best experience, professional experience I have had from my whole career. Because I had to learn to work with ambiguity, I had to learn to be flexible, to look at the different topics from different angles to ensure I was bringing added value to the teams, to be really developing different skills. Thanks to that perspective, I did deliver my goal, which was to bring managed service provider concept model into place, that it was working with my team and also cross-functional for other teams as a basis. Now I think I'm ready to go to this journey and to go more on the agile part. So, seeing a little bit the assessment results, I see that I have to be more focused on curiosity and versioning, and that what I'm doing well is courageous and balance. I really would like to focus on these two areas. I had to say that I was strongly aligned with the assessment, so I could have changed it differently. However, I was the first one. I don't want to duplicate, I don't want to do any more, because it's what happened. Why not? Let's listen, and we will have as well 2 days assessment this week, so I'm pretty sure that I will get some more information. So, based on that, I have identified one key strength, which it is, as I mentioned before, I can work with ambiguity. I'm able to see the big picture. I am connecting the dots. I enjoy challenges. I really like to work thinking out of the box, look for different solutions, bring new ideas and structure them to create added value. And as development opportunity, I want to be more visionary, and I want to increase my strategic agility out of my curiosity. So, what I plan to do? I plan to make a rotation in other team, get more insights about the organization, to have 2 monthly lunches with key stakeholders to learn more what is going on, to dedicate the 30 minutes per day to read about what is going on, and dedicate 1 day per month to learn about a specific topic. Of course, this is a challenge because
A specific topic.
About a specific topic.
Because you're adding an e before it, so for you it's an an.
Yes.
No? A specific topic.
Yes. This is what I plan to do. I don't want to get more things, because I think that this, together with the workload that I have, and I have to ensure that we are still running the business, we are operations, is more than enough, and I want to ensure that I really go through each of those points and that I work regularly on that. That's how I think, and also, of course, as I mentioned, to be aware about what is going on, understand more the insights, understand more what is the vision, what it means for my team, and how I can ensure I leverage my skills, the skills of the team, and to ensure that we can be facilitating all this journey together. And that's about what I have. I think I have to work. Whenever you have any question, please let me know. Thank you for your time.
Great experience.
Great experience.
Balance.
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 Autonomous.
Autonomous.
Outstanding.
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 Purpose.
Purpose.
Stakeholders.
Stakeholders.
Co-creation.
Co-creation.
Creative.
Creative.
Proper business model.
Proper business model.
Expertise.
Expertise.
Vision.
Vision.
Capabilities.
Capabilities.
Of.
Of.
Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Vision.
Vision.
Listened that? Listened?
Listen to that.
I used to work.
I used to working.
We're used to working. ing and two again. That's like 4
I
times.
used to working. It's not I used to work.
We used to work.
Yeah.
Solíamos trabajar. Or we're used to working. Estamos acostumbrados a trabajar.
Mm-hmm.
Do all these changes?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do.
Making all the changes.
Yes.
Okay.
Before to come here?
Before coming here.
Yes. You've done like 6 INGs and 2s today. Couple.
I have a lot of questions.
Couple of make and do's, singular plural, the usual things. Okay, and one of these, the changes thing, you did twice. Make changes.
Okay.
So, do you think that you were better the second time?
I think so.
Yes, I think you were better the second time.
Still no 100%. I still really
Wow.
a bit.
Well, then you can still improve.
Yes.
But yes, it was less rushed, but I was still holding you back because you weren't pausing between the bullet points, which means you weren't more dynamic each time you start. It's not just to give a pause, it's to give a pause and then be more dynamic when you start again. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
To have the two things. So it doesn't just give you the pause, it also gives you the added dynamism that it's not just a constant stream. It's the better stop and it's the better go. Comes from the stop.